So we have 2 and 5/6 subtract 1 and 1/3. 2 and 5/6 subtract 1 and 1/3. I'm going to draw shapes this time. So to model 2 and 5/6, I need 2 holes shaded in. Actually, I don't want to use black. So that's 1 hole. Two holes. And then I need to create 5/6. So I'm going to create a third rectangle, and I'm going to draw vertical lines, up and down lines, to break it into 6 parts. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I'm going to shade in 5 of them to show 5/6. Okay. And now I'm going to put a subtraction sign in the middle, and now I need to model 1 and 1/3. So I need 1 hole, and I'm going to go with a different color this time. And then I need 1/3. So now I'm going to draw horizontal lines to break this into 3 parts. So that's left to right. And I'm going to shade in 1 part. So now I have my 2 fractions modeled. I'm ready to actually go through the process of subtracting. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to make my first fraction model right here look like the second one. So I'm going to draw 2 lines across the middle. And now I have to make the second one look like the first one. So since that was broken into 6 parts, I'm going to draw lines going across to make 6 parts. 1 part, 2 parts, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm ready to subtract. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to count the total number of parts that's shaded in right here, and I'm going to put X's on them over here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means I'm going to subtract 6 from over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm ready to see what's left over. So 2 holes right here, subtract 1 hole is 1. Now I need my new denominator. So that's the total number of parts in my shape. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then how many don't have X's on them? So that's 3, 6, 9. So that's 1 and 9/18. But I can reduce this fraction. I can simplify this fraction. I can find the factors that they have in common and then determine the greatest common factor. So factors are numbers that are multiplied together to get my numerator, and then the numbers that are multiplied together to get my denominator. And then I look at both sets and see what is the greatest number they have in common, and then I divide. So with 9, I know 1 is a factor of 9 because 1 times 9 is 9. And then I know 3 because 3 times 3. For 18, I know 1 and 18. I know 9 and 2, and then 3 and 6. What's the greatest common number they have in common? Not 3 is another number. 9. So I'm going to circle both 9s. Now I'm showing you how to simplify. After I circle both 9s, I come over to my original answer, and I divide by 9 up top, and I divide by 9 on the bottom. Now my whole number stays the same, so that's a 1. 9 divided by 9 is 1. 18 divided by 9 is 2. 1 1/2. 1 1/2. So now I'm going to show you the standard algorithm method of solving the same problem with subtraction. So the first step is to line my two fractions up in vertical order. That's up and down, top and bottom. So 2 and 5/6 is the larger number, so I put that on top of 1 1/3. Step 2 says to find the least common multiple of both. So 6 of both denominators, 6 is my first denominator, and then 3. Now, multiples are the products of these numbers multiplied by other numbers. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. And then with 3, I can skip count by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12. What's the lowest number that 3 and 6 have in common? 6. So 6 is my least common denominator. So since I already have 2 and 5/6, I can keep that because that denominator is already 6. But I have to come to 1 1/3, and I have to multiply by 2 on the bottom to make 6. So since I'm multiplying by 2 on the bottom, I have to also multiply by 2 up top. So I bring the whole number 1 over. 2 times 2 is 2. And then 3 times 2 is 6. So now I'm ready to subtract. 2 subtract 1 is 1. 5 subtract 2 is 3. And then I keep the 6. But I need to reduce this. And I already can look at this and tell what number they have in common. That number is going to be 3. And the reason why I know it's 3 is because 1 times 3 is 3 and 2 times 3 is 6. So 3 is the lowest number that 3 and 6 have in common. So I'm going to divide by 3 on the top and the bottom. My whole number 1 stays the same. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. Didn't I get the same answer? Even though I used 2 different strategies, I still got the same answer. So this video has now been recorded. I just recorded it in the moment to model for you how to solve problems like this using the standard algorithm and using rectangles or shapes, visual models. That's what we call it. Does anybody? This video will be made available to you in YouTube in just a few moments. Please review it to know how to add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators using the least common multiple strategy and the visual model strategy that was taught in class today, February 9th, 2021.